You know what's real strange to me is how people don't value people. We tend to put some people in the back of the line as less important. We tend to overlook people, put some people to the side as less important. And one thing I love about Jesus is he never did this. In fact, Jesus will approach the downcast, the lowest of the low of the culture, and he will love on them and show them that he has a purpose that includes them. Let me give you an example. Matthew, the one who wrote the book of Matthew, an account of Jesus' life, death, and resurrection. Matthew, before he did all that, was a tax collector. And the tax collectors was despised by their people. They were looked down upon. In fact, in the scriptures, you will see that they were included and grouped with sinners, tax collectors and sinners. That's how they would be grouped, looked down upon. But Jesus approached Matthew, the one looked down upon. And he comes to him while Matthew's at the tax booth working, and Jesus comes and says, "Follow me." And just thinking, imagine what Matthew must have felt. Me? You want me to follow you? Don't you see what I'm doing? Don't you see how everybody looks at me and how you sure? Jesus dead at his face and saying, "Follow me." Matthew must have felt so much dignity because Jesus wasn't looking at him and judging him by what everybody else sees or what he does. But Jesus gives him value just for being human. And Matthew's so excited, he drops everything and he throws a party. He's like, turn up at Matthew's house. He invites tax collectors and sinners, and they're eating with Jesus. They're hanging out. They fellowshipping with Jesus. Think about this now. Jesus is fellowshipping with the lowest of the low. He's hanging out with those who people overlook. And guess what? The religious leaders, they see what's going on and they're like, "Jesus, why is he eating with sinners and tax collectors?" Because they don't get it. You see, they overlook people, they judge people, they put people as less important. And those are the people Jesus are hanging out with. I argue, and it's crazy, that the 12 disciples needed to learn this lesson too, because they tended to overlook some people as well. In Luke 18, and I'm done, Jesus is teaching, and there's mamas and daddies bringing their babies to Jesus. They're like, "Okay, babies, you got to know God. Babies, you got to know the Lord. You about to receive your blessing. You about to get prayed upon." So they go into Jesus. But the 12 disciples, they see what's going on and they stop them. They say, "Hold on now. You stop right there. This is as far as you go. Jesus got bigger things going on. He's healing. He's casting out demons. He's teaching crowds. He ain't got time for these baby kids." And Jesus hears what happens, and he calls the 12 to him, and he says, "Don't stop the parents for bringing their kids to me. In fact, the kingdom of God belongs to such as these." Wow. The kingdom of God belongs to such as these. These babies that you're overlooking, these babies that you think are less important, the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Ain't that something? You know, and I leave y'all with this challenge. Let us stop overlooking people, sinners, tax collectors, the ones in the back of the line, babies who. Let's stop overlooking people, because Jesus wants us to give all his creation value and dignity, because he has a purpose for each and every one of us. For the kingdom of God is for such like these.